So, that new Spider-Man movie's coming out, you know, Across the Spider-Verse. You may not know, but I'm pretty excited for that movie. And you may not also know, Hasbro actually decided to make products for this one. And they're not that great. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, they aren't the best. So, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, I only picked up 2. I didn't want Jessica, don't really want Spot, don't want Gwen and Miles, because I got the figure arts versions coming of them. And, that Peter B. Parker is just, not that good. But I did get Miguel and Spider-Punk. Well, actually, funny story for Spider-Punk, but we'll talk about that later. So, the question is, are these 2 good ones? Let's find out. Alright, so for the packaging for these 2 and the entirety of the wave, it's literally just the same, just a different brand of which character you're buying it is, and also just a picture of the character. And for this, I'm just gonna show, like, you know, Miguel's box, so yeah, there you go. There's Miguel's box. I'm not showing Punk's box. Anyways, let's talk about Punk first, alright? So the detailing on Spider-Punk is actually, I'd say, pretty good. The figure is heavily detailed in that. Definitely has that gothic look, looking like he's going to be listening with, you know, Bruce Wayne, listening to some My Chemical Romance in that. But really, it is a really cool looking design in that. And also on the back of his jacket, you got something called FSMN. I'm guessing Famous Spider-Man Nation, maybe? I don't know. But a lot of cool detailing in that, I'd say. You know, some sculpted detailing in that. The legs look really cool. I mean, honestly, this guy just, like, he's just really cool, man. He looks like that guy, it's just, like, the gothic cool guy, but, like, the gothic cool guy that you want to hang out with. And, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about, you know, this guy as it is. The detailing is nice. It looks nice. What else do you want me to say, huh? Because I really don't know what else you want me to say about it. It is a good looking figure. Same can't really go for Miguel, unfortunately. Okay, listen, I paid a little extra for this guy because I got him from Toy Snowman and that, and, you know, I didn't want anything else, so I kind of just got him as he was. Unfortunately, I have to pay a bit more, but I'm going to tell you this. This guy is a genuine disappointment. He looks good in the photos, but he's just not that great in person. Yeah, sure, the spider symbols, you know, it has some texture, some detailing in that. You know, it looks like it is him from the movie. But I'm going to tell you this. When you lift up his abs, when you do that ab crunch, you're going to see some horrendous stuff. You'll see that in Articulation. But then when you turn to the back, you can see the hole for his cape. What the heck, Hasbro? What is this? Huh? What the hell is this? You couldn't really do anything? You couldn't make this a peg system or something? No, you have to make this gigantic hole right here? Really? What is up with that, Hasbro? That is just some other sort of laziness. And really, I'm going to tell you this. Out of both of these 2, this is the figure that I think disappointed me the most. And the thing is, I was most excited for this one. So it really makes me, like, pissed off that this one is the most disappointing one. Okay, so the one thing about every Spider-Man is they have to move very well. So, how's about we just take a good long look and see how well both, you know, Spider-Punk and Miguel articulate. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with Spider-Punk first. So, he can lift his head up, down, and then he can do an entire 360. His arm goes out like that. The arm moves here, and then it moves here, but I'd say be cautious in that, because, you know, of how thin the arms are, it's kind of a little scary to move it. His hand also moves up and down, and the same goes for the other arm, too. Or other hand, technically. The torso has an ab crunch that can go like this, and go like this. So you can have him rocking out. This one makes sense for a Spider-Man to have, especially Spider-Punk, unlike the other one. Spider-Punk can also do a 360 turn at the hips. Leg moves out like that, and that, and that. There's movement here. The boot, well, the leg here also moves. And some people might think that this is a sign that the figure might be broken. Nope, this is supposed to move. And then you have, of course, articulation here and here. So, yeah. I'd say for Spider-Punk's articulation, yeah, it's the traditional type of articulation for a Marvel legend, but hey, it makes sense for him. But then we get to Miguel. He has, I think, one of the worst articulations in the wave. And that. What do I mean? Well, his head can move up and down-ish, and his head can do a 360. You'd think they'd add a neck joint here by doing that, but no, there's no neck joint. His arm can move out like that, and then that moves out. The arm also moves here. Again, be careful. And both of the hands go side to side, or not sides. Both of the hands go up and down. And I just want to say something. My Miguel's arm on the other side is so loose that I can just pop it off. Yeah, I don't know why I can do that. That's a little weird, Hasbro, but okay. And then we get to the atrocious part about Miguel. I don't know why they didn't just give him something else, but when you lift him up like this... What is that? What the actual hell is that? They didn't even continue it. They just left it blank. Like, what? That is without a doubt super lazy. Like this, like what is this, Hasbro? What is this? Of course, he can also do that. He can do rotation here. His leg moves out like that, and also to the side. There's articulation here. And then, of course, his knee can move like that. And then you have boot swivels, which on both these figures, they can also do the rotation or the rocker or whatever it's called. I don't know. So, as much as I praised Spider-Punk's articulation, thinking it's really good, I can't say the same for Miguel. If anything, I think Miguel has, without a doubt, the oddest choices in articulation. So... yeah, I think they could have done better, but hey, what are you gonna do? Also, why did he get butterfly joints? So, accessories for both of these guys is very lacklustering. For Miguel, you get 2 fisted hands. Yeah, you don't get the claw hands in that, so... because, you know, that costs Hasbro money. You don't want the, you know, the billion-dollar company to spend money. Do you? And then, of course, for Spider-Punk, he comes with a guitar, which I'd say looks pretty cool. And then, you'd think he'd get a few hands in that, you know, some whipping hands and all of that. And, you know, just more hands, an alternate head or something. He comes with 1 whipping hand for the other hand. The one that holds the guitar. So he's just cursed to have the guitar pick forever. Yeah, accessories are very lacking on these figures. It's not that great. I mean, when you're paying it like, what, almost $36? $37 technically now? I don't know how much. Okay, so comparing these two next to a Mafex stand, that's how well they stand. So, yeah. And you're gonna just see a bunch of footage of figures I put them up next to. I had a lot of figures to choose from. I kind of brought down a lot of figures that I just found and that, and hey, who knows, maybe some of these figures might be reviewed later on. But yeah, I'd say for size wise, it's not bad. I mean, Spider-Punk's pretty good. Miguel's big and buffy in that, so yeah, I'd say it works in that. And yes, some of the, I'm not sure how it's going right now, but some of the size comparisons might be a little odd of choice, but hey, you might have some of these figures, so this is the best way for you to all understand on how the sizing is and that. So yeah, there you go. So, get them, don't get them, or just wait. Well, for Spider-Punk, I don't know if it's a biasness because this was bought to me by someone very special in my life and that. So maybe it's a little bit of a biasness. But I personally do love this figure. I think it's a really good figure. Yes, it doesn't come with a lot of accessories. And yes, he's cursed to hold that guitar pick forever. But besides that, Spider-Punk, I'd say, is kind of the one I'd highly recommend you pick up. This is the best one in the wave, even though I only have two, you know, him and, you know, who else. But besides that, if you're gonna get any one of them, I'd say get this guy, you know? He's worth the buck. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. Nice job, bud. Same can't be said for Miguel, though. Yeah, so all the praise I gave Punk, it's the exact opposite for Miguel. I think without a doubt, Miguel is kind of the worst figure in the line. Well, granted, not a lot of the figures look that great. They kind of, like, they have a new sculpt in that, but they looked rushed. But Miguel is the one I'm more disappointed in, with the really odd choices for articulation, the lack of a butterfly joint for the arms, the hole you can see in the cape. I mean, for God's sakes, like, literally, in the freaking comic one, you have the cape here, then you can just remove it if you don't want it on. So, yeah. But besides that, it's just Miguel is not that great of a figure. He barely can stand. You have to hope he'll stand. So when you kind of put him on the shelf, you gotta hope he's not gonna tumble, especially if he's on, like, you know, the 5th shelf. You gotta hope he doesn't hit every other figure coming down in that. So, yeah. And the lack of accessories on him really also just doesn't seal it. I mean, for Punk, I can get it. He has the guitar. But for Miguel, you couldn't throw in an alternate head or something. You know, some actual claw hands. You just couldn't throw those in. Without a doubt, Miguel is kind of the worst figure in the wave. The only reason I'd say get him is if you're a fan of Spider-Man 2099, if you're a fan of Oscar Isaac, which, you know, I am, or you're just excited for his character, I'd say wait till clearance. Don't pay a crazy amount for this guy. Just wait till clearance. And if you don't want this guy and you want to get one that's way better, I'd highly recommend the Figure Arts one. Because I'm going to tell you this, by the day of this recording, by the time of this recording actually, he just went up for pre-order. I'm not too sure if it's still available, but that figure is literally everything that's wrong with the Hasbro Miguel is the opposite. Figure Arts knocked it out of the ballpark. That figure is without a doubt a really good figure, and I'm really excited. So for Miguel, I'm gonna have to give him a, I don't know, maybe, I'm just really disappointed. Maybe it's my disappointment, but I feel like the best rating for this guy is a 5.2 out of 10. Yeah, that's low, but it's just severely disappointing to me. What the hell, bud? Alright, see you all in the next video whenever I upload.